In this video, we're going to learn about selecting the geometry we want to work with more smartly. For working with small and simple parts, the process of picking geometry using window select or multiple mouse clicks is perfectly acceptable. But when projects get more complicated, it is useful to use some other selection methods. Let's take a closer look. With the part caselid.vdf, let's take a look again at adding a radius to the rectangular cutout. Select Blend, and we are asked to choose an edge. Whenever you are in a selection mode for a command, you are provided with a set of filters which allow for more control over what is selected in the interface. By default, the picking filter set for this command is single edge, but often there are other filters which are useful. Let's look at a few. If we choose edges by loop, we can define all the edges which form a closed loop. Just follow the prompts to help you learn how to pick the correct geometry with that filter. Here, we're asked to select the first edge, then the second edge, and you can see that the loop has been completed by the software. The geometry which has been selected is shown in the drop-down from the relevant field in the command window. Here you can delete individual edges or reset the selection. Another useful filter method for picking edges is to select a face, and this will choose the edges of that face. Or you can select the edges which are attached to the face but not part of the face. This could be useful for us here. Notice how the edges are highlighted blue. We can delete the edges we don't want selected from the drop-down menu and add our blends. For more advanced selection of features, Smart Selection can be used. Perhaps we need to adjust the size of the holes in this part. Click on Edit Radius, and from the filter options, click on the Smart Selection settings. By enabling Smart Selection, we can use the options to select all the features that have certain parameters in common. For example, the same axis and same radius option boxes are ticked by default when we turn on Smart Selection. This means that when selecting the pivot hole for this lid, it will also select the other holes along the same axis, as long as they are the same size. We can then change the radius as required and apply this. Another useful Smart Selection is choosing all the features which are on the same face. Choose On Same Face and remove Same Axis. The selection tools available in Designer help the user work with complicated models quickly. Let's finish by seeing how you can further speed up your workflow by using the intelligence built into Designer. You can select geometry without being in a command, and when you do, Designer will give you suggested commands based on the context of your selection. Let's select the face of this hole. From here, it is suggested that I could move the face, remove the face, and so on. If I select the edge of the hole, I get the suggestion to add a blend or chamfer, and so on. All of the context menus are fully customizable for you to be able to improve the speed of your workflow.